My hair has grown out quite a lot since I last dyed it, so I am going to be freshening it up. I'm gonna just add some highlights at the top to try to blend this black part with the bottom. And then, I don't know, I kind of wanted to try like a copper. So I bought this one a while ago, and it's really great because it like really catches on. But it was a lot more red than I thought. I kind of wanted a little bit more copper. So I was thinking that I could add some conditioner to this and just add that all over my hair, give me kind of like a coppery look. Or I'll just do what I did last time and add a little bit darker brown to bring some of that brown into the bottom. I just don't like how this is all looking like there's no like contrast and there's not as much dimension as I like. So that's what I did last time. I just added some chunks in there because I like it a little bit more chunky. And so I liked how it looked. If this doesn't have like that dimension and that brown in it, it just starts looking a little too brassy, I feel like. So we're going to try to change that. I am mixing my bleach right here. I don't know where I'm at, but I'm mixing my bleach. I'm using the same one. So I had this one from last time. It is the Quick Blue Extra Strength powder bleach. And I'm also using this Wella Developer. And last time that I dyed it, I actually took the time and like, okay, how much developer do I need compared to my powder? And this time I didn't, so we're just gonna hope for the best. My hair lightens pretty quickly, and then I'm gonna keep an eye on it, so I'm like not too worried about it. Plus, I'm not going for like super bright, you know, highlights. So that's another thing. Like if it doesn't bleach as much as it would being mixed correctly, then I'm okay with that. Okay, this looks pretty good. I'm going to run and grab aluminum. Oops. I'm not making these thick enough. I always end up cutting these, but I don't actually use them, or I'll use them for like a little bit, but then it's hard to do it on your own. So, and you actually need quite a lot for any sort of highlight.
So in reality, you should really start from the bottom. But we're not going to do that just because, I actually should. I just don't want to cut more aluminum. But. Okay, we are going to start at the bottom. Oh, actually, no. I'm a liar because I don't have a lot of bleach. And I have another packet of bleach. I just don't know where it is. So we are going to start in the bottom. So we are going to start like halfways. And then next time I will do the rest. I'm gonna try to separate this. And I really do not have a lot of hair, so I might not even need all this. And might be able to do the bottom. My hair's so oily. This one seems like it's part of the other chunk. I'm not going to bring it all the way down just because my tips are really bleached already. Now we have to see crap. Damn it. No! That wasn't the plan. Because now that's going to be chunky right there. Some parts are going to be lighter than the other ones. This brush really sucks, actually. Or maybe it's just me. I also have a lot of leeway with my hair because it's like wavy. So when I do mess it up, either, you know, when I cut it myself or anything like that, you can't really tell. I mean, at least I don't think so. I should say it's harder to tell that it's messed up because it's like wavy, you know, and curly, so you have to pay more attention versus if it's straight. Okay, now where is the rest of this hair back here? Did this one? I can't tell if part of that's like... Okay, this chunk over here. I don't know how I'm going to do this one, but... Maybe if I do it really close to the scalp. See, whenever I take chunks from back there, it just feels like I'm taking... like one chunk. So I'm gonna do it the way I did it over here with my finger. No. Fudge. Just doesn't feel right. Oh, I know. I should probably not even focus on the back, honestly. Because I feel like I'm going to mess it up. Okay, I'm just ignoring the back for now because... I know I did it last time. I feel like I got the back.
I stopped using the foils pretty like soon after I started. So the top is not foiled, so we'll see what happens. Yeah, I was feeling a lot more confident the first time that I did this, and this time around I was like, I don't know, I think I was just overthinking it. So we'll see how it turns out. Here are the final results of my at-home dye job. I am fine with how it came out. I really didn't do the back, so I'm not, well, I might show you how bad it looks. I'll think about it. But I couldn't really reach the back, so I did do some highlights back there, but not a lot, so I'm not sure how it looks. But usually people don't really look at that part, so I'm like, at least I don't. So like, if I don't know what it looks like, it'll be fine. But I ended up doing the highlights, putting in also some lowlights with the brown, and in the end I decided that I would do a toner all across my hair, just because I wasn't so sure that I did the highlights very good. So I'm like, if I put a toner, you won't be able to tell if it's really like patchiness. So I ended up doing, so this is how I did the toner, because I haven't been able to just find toner. I ended up putting conditioner into the brown semi-permanent color, and that's what I put all over my hair, which I think it worked, because it did tone down some of like that brassiness that I had before that I didn't want. I also was able to put in enough highlights to mesh that, like, you know how I had that black on the top? Well, yeah, now it's more blended, which is what I wanted, and so I'm cool with it. I do feel like in some parts it could use maybe some more highlights or some lowlights, you know, to balance it out. But overall, I think it's fine. Would Brad Mondo approve it? I don't know, probably not, but I'm cool with it. And the cool thing is about, you know, curly hair, and I'm not sure if I mentioned this at the beginning of the video, but since you have like some waves and curls and other stuff going on in there, if you mess up your hair, it's really not as noticeable as someone who is straightening it, because then you could really tell like those patches and where you didn't do a very good job. So that's one nice thing about having this type of hair. The other thing that I did is I did cut it. I probably didn't need to cut as much as I did, because I cut it pretty recently, but I did cut it because if I don't, then it ends up like being like this triangle. I might need a little bit more shorter layers, but yeah, I've been doing it myself now for a little bit. Well, this is like my second time at home, and the first time I did it, I feel like it did revamp my hair, and I feel like I did a pretty good job. But again, when it's curly, like as long as like the bottom is all right, then the rest of it kind of just falls in place. So I've been going to a salon for a while. So some of you might be like, oh, you know, why didn't you just go to a salon? Well, I have been. But the times that I've gone to a salon, like they haven't been able to give me like exactly like what I want, and my hair looks good, but there's just something missing. And sometimes I go back and, you know, I'm like, I just really want to add just a little bit, you know, to blend the darkness in the top to the rest of my hair. And then they'll just put in so much foils that I'm like, it's just damaging my hair more. So by me doing it myself at home, then I am kind of controlling that a little bit more. Like I just need enough for it to not look so separated. So yeah, I'm like, I don't want to go pay $150 to just do that when I can do it at home, I feel like. So that's one. And then two, the last person, she doesn't always know how to cut my hair. And so I end up like with that, like I said, that triangle look, because the layers are too close, or it's just like one layer, and it just doesn't fit my hair. And there is a person in Tri-Cities, I can't remember which of the three, but which is a bigger city by me. That's why I mentioned Tri-Cities, that does curly hair, and she charges like $80. At least the last time I checked, it was like $80 for a haircut. And I'm sorry, but like, I can use $80 to pay for my carry-on, or not my carry-on, but my luggage to take a trip. Like I could do a lot with $80. So yeah, I'm not gonna go pay $80 for my haircut. If I can figure out how to cut it myself, then I'm gonna do that, which might mean messing it up a few times, but it's okay. We're gonna learn. Let me show you. Okay, so